has, it will definitely will give the solution. Okay, so technology is definitely the backbone for all these things, and the AI kind of technology will boost this backbone and help us to get this solution faster. And individual has to think from solution perspective. And again at student level, I just quickly would like to just say that try solving problems on day-to-day basis. Okay, some problems may be technology related, some problems may be non-technology related. But if you are in a mode of solving problems, then you'll have a really bright future.
Thanks, Barry. But very interesting point about prompt engineering. Are you able to frame the problem for AI to solve? I mean, AI can give you answers, but if your questions are not correct, then the answers are also not going to be correct. So, Tulsi, you made a very interesting point, and since we are running short of time, if you could just briefly touch upon, you said about enhancing the cognitive ability of humans, right? Creativity. How can the colleges and institutes who are here, how can they do that? Especially to the students, like saying, okay, learn AI is very simple, go and do a course or a certification, but how to maintain that creativity and how to use AI in a way that it is beneficial to us and not to AI. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so cognitive ability, firstly, to be able to enhance that, it's important to understand the cognitive ability by itself. And it's not something like a rocket science that you do overnight. It's something that you develop over a period of time, over years of learning, right from your K-12. So I would go back to the education system that's prevalent in our country specifically. It's been changing a little bit for better, but I think it needs a big shift. We've been talking about it for ages, for decades now. The shift has started to happen, but it's not really happening. So it needs to change 180 degrees from the way we are teaching today. So our pedagogy of teaching, our learning, our technological systems, constantly trying to research and develop the content, the curated content that's required. We're talking about the gap between the industry and academia. So the onus is not just on the academia to be able to produce talent which is ready for corporates. It's also the responsibility of the industry to work hand in glove with the academia to constantly provide input that's needed by the academia so that they can provide what's needed. I mean, unless you know the customer requirement, the customer is pestering you with this is needed, that's needed, how is it that you would be able to upskill your students and be able to provide that sort of talent? I mean, it can't just be confined to annual touch points of internships and placements and guest lectures and some award ceremonies. It has to be beyond that, also from the industry standpoint. It just can't be confined to the academia reaching out time and again. So it's something which you develop at the start at a very young age. So there are a lot of there's a lot of content that's available on cognitive ability for us to read up, but it's not something that you take a particular course and you say, okay, I'm developing my cognitive ability. There are practices, there are exercises, there is a particular course methodology that you go follow it and study it. And that's something which happens at a very young age when you're actually in your pre-nursery and you start working on it. So it puts the entire assembly line in place right from your K-12 to your primary, secondary, and then you move forward to your higher studies, and then your executive education and leadership education. And the requirement from time to time actually keeps differing, because what's excellence today turns out to be mediocrity tomorrow, because the bar of excellence keeps changing. It doesn't remain the same. So it's something which you start developing at a very young age instead of saying overnight magic.
Great, thanks. Pallavi, will end with you. As corporates, how can we help the academia in bridging this gap and also, giving that vision of the future, how it's going to change for us and how they can scale up and ensure that the students benefit from it? How can we help them?
Sure. So taking a thread of what I said and what Tulsi also made a point, right? We need to really start look beyond what we are doing right now. So it's our equal responsibility, because we need to be agile first of all, right? We know what's happening in the industry, and I think it's our responsibility also to go back and start talking to the campuses, saying that, hey, this is what we require, this is what they expected out of the students. If probably they are not getting benefited out of what you are doing right now, then it's a time for them to change the curriculum also. They really need to start looking from the developing their infrastructure. They really need to nurture the talent what they have within them. Where the world heading to, and where are they? I think that gap is something which probably we are the one who are able to fill that gap, and we are going to guide the academic students and the faculties, saying that, hey, this is where probably the learning curve is required. And I think the innovation is something is on top of everything, right? Because with this note, I just want to conclude saying that one sentence, saying that technology landscape is too vast. It's changing day by day, right? In word of developing this AI and future skilled ready based, right? It is, though it's a destination, but it's a continuous journey. It just cannot stop in between. You have to learn, and for to achieve that, we need lots of commitment from each one of us. Not only the people sitting over here, but everybody in the room, I guess, including the government too. Everybody plays very, very important role into it. You need to be agile, you need to be innovative, and you need to have that mindset to embrace the change which is going to come on a way. Right, so that's how I guess everybody needs to be equally contributed, right? If we really need to match the pace of where are we heading to. Yeah?
Thank you so much. I'm sure Chinmay is already sweating because we exceeded the time. So we'll wrap it up here. But all these experts are available to you here as well as outside. So if you have any questions, we will take them offline.
Yeah, I'll quickly add on that, because we're talking only about AI, but I was talking to some of the placement officers as well as some of the training institutes, and today we see a huge gap in terms of some of the students. Their attitude itself is not in terms of really in learning and really would like to get, but they are going into the ready-made kind of zone. That's something which need to break. AI and everything is okay, industry will take care, will train, but you need to get some of these students at least at trainable level. Okay, they should be able to solve the problem, they should have the problem solving attitude, they should be able to communicate. Okay, their analytical skills should be up to the mark, their basic concept should be there. Today we are rejecting a lot of people not having some of these basics. Okay, we are not expecting the AI from the freshers. Trust me, I hope all of you are agree. We are not expecting the AI from the freshers. We will teach them in the corporate, but the basic is important.
No, great, because that's what she spoke about, the cognitive, how to improve all those aspects.
For me, just to add, part of the basics. For me, technology is only a means, it's not an end. The other day I was in a campus and somebody asked me, what technology should I learn to get a job? I said, don't learn any technology. Have basic engineering skills, rest of it. Wherever you are, they will actually teach you, and it's a question of 2 to 3 months' time. That every organization has got the willingness. Basics such as purpose, patience, perseverance. Today people leave job without a valid reason. People join organizations without a valid reason. I don't know when is it going to end. Educational institutions, I think, should focus on some of those fundamentals. My definition of fundamentals are some of those, three or four things can be called as values, can be called as virtues. Patience, significantly missing. Purpose, people are all around. Perseverance, they have no time. They have no patience. Yeah, thank you for that.
Great. Thanks for your opinion, and I'm sure it doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Thank you for your time, Ajay, Manjari, Bariram, Joy, Pallavi and Tulsi. Thank you so much for coming all the way and participating. And thank you everybody. Initially we thought there are not many people, but I can see that the hall is full now. Thank you so much for your attention.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
Very happy to meet many stalwarts in the Pune IT and technology industry ecosystem, and some of them are also promoting a lot of startups. That's the reason why we thought of bringing India Startup Festival to Pune, good ecosystem, startup ecosystem in Pune. Thank you.
Plants and the flowers and stuff that you see across the country, they are being generated by the companies in Pune. I can't name the companies right now, but you talk about banana, you talk about these bulb flowers. They are produced by the people in Pune, and not many people know about it. The second thing that all of us have been recently seeing is the decorations by plants that is being done. Again, the surprising thing that I saw in Pune, the entire thing that has been provided to the entire country. So that is the level of employment they have generated through agriculture. Other than that, IT is well spoken. We know it has educational institutions of good quality here. So we have complete ecosystem in Pune which is available.
I have seen the growth that Pune has gone through. When I visited Pune, there were only Infosys and Wipro and Injwadi, and I have seen how Pune has grown. Of course, in terms of the startup ecosystem, I think Pune brings in obviously a lot of education institutes, the number of universities. So from the talent point of view, it definitely gives us an edge.
What I'm seeing, what was missing in Bangalore, because my base is Bangalore. The Bangalore has the biggest advantage we used to call weather. I think you have the same weather. What Bangalore do not have, the engineering base. I think 3 decades back, sir, I did my mechanical engineering. I think you got all the ingredients which is needed for perfect recipe. I'm sure, I think Pune will have good time in this AI era. Thank you.
I have kept my base in Pune for last 19 plus years, and I've been chit-chatting with some of our colleagues here as part of the panel team. And I've spent almost 8 to 9 years outside India. However, India and Pune has always called me back. I've never left this as my base, and I'm proud to say that for various reasons, because of the culture part, because of the weather part. The city just has its vibe, which just keeps you grounded. And I'm so excited with all the discussions we are having since morning, and with Dr. Chaudhary sharing his vision of setting up a startup ecosystem here in Pune. Could not be more excited, and I pledge my support to be a mentor in this startup ecosystem. I would love to see Pune startup ecosystem grow leaps and bounds, because I'm very sure that we have all the basic ingredients which are required for a city to be in place to support and foster a culture of innovation which is required to maintain a startup ecosystem.
We help people with disabilities get dignified economic livelihood opportunities. So it could be an artist, a performer, or a person looking for a full-time job opportunity or an internship. So with that understanding, as we are talking about AI and automation, something that really excites me is that how this AI will make AI and technology will make it an equalizer for even people with disability. It will make education for all, and it will also make employability for all. That is what makes me very excited about understanding the power that AI holds. In terms of specifically what makes me very excited about being in Pune also is, what we have realized is we also started giving special skills to people with disabilities, because education gaps exist. The physical infrastructure is not still very supportive in the schools and the college ecosystem. So what we started doing is we also started skilling people with disabilities, learning what are the relevant skills needed to get you a job. And in the process, when we've been skilling, apart from the top 4 metros, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore and Hyderabad, we have seen the maximum number of people from Pune who are willing to come forward and acquire those skills. So I'm very excited what Pune has to offer. There is a willingness to learn. There is a willingness in the youth to prove themselves and do something very special. So I'm looking forward to how Pune will produce more of like entrepreneurs, like, have people in the IT space, in the technology space. And that is what excites me the most about Pune.
We used to call this a pensioners paradise, and now it's an IT hub. Pune is also known as the Oxford of the East. So we never had a shortage of talent. Enthusiasm, passion, and the energy that the students get to the IT sector is commendable, right? Pune is the place to be. Pune is the place where startups will happen. I'm very, very, very happy that ITTL is doing a session here in Pune today, and I'm very happy to meet Dr. Chaudhary, and I'm sure that in the next session we're gonna take it to the next level. I'm very happy to also be a part of the mentoring team. Pune is the place to be. Yeah.
There are a lot of companies in Pune, and the talent is already there, and thanks to Dr. Chaudhary for starting a startup initiative. This is the time. Technology is at the cusp of a change. We are witnessing a great seismic change in technology. We are witnessing a great change in talent, and this is a great time for us to be together. And I think Pune is the place, and my heart and my soul is here. So obviously, anything to help Pune and give back to the city, which has given me so much. Very happy to be part of the initiative from Dr. Chaudhary.
This beautiful story, which started with ISF, knitting all the cities together and bringing some of the gems from global arena, from London to GCC, on one platform, on one stage. This is how the journey of entrepreneurship started. How we can actually learn from this Oxford of East, how we can bring together the industry from Pune and make it collaborate with the entrepreneurs, upcoming innovators, and the people with a lot of jugaad in their mind, and convert it into the business which can make a national impact. I am highly thankful to all the stalwarts, and specifically to Dr. Chaudhary sir, who has been a guiding spirit for all of us. I would request all of you to please continue to support this initiative.
Together, I think we'll make it happen. Thank you so much for your participation, and looking forward to seeing all of you in February when we have the India Startup Festival in Pune.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartup TV.
Leo works as a niche business consulting firm where we connect money to opportunity. For the startup, there's instant money being sent within 30 days. We have about 8 VC partners across India. But for us to show them 5 opportunities, we go over about 300 opportunities. We have 102 members who are industry leaders, business veterans with a combined net worth of over 25,000 crores. Our motto is to become the trusted partner in your wealth creation journey.
Welcome to this episode of Founder Talk Show, the show where 1 lakh audience of MyStartup TV get to meet with some of the most brilliant founders. Hello, I'm majorsunilshetty, your host today. Let me start the introduction of today's guest with a small heads up. He is a founder, an angel investor, and cricket enthusiast, and a very young leader who has gone on to become a motivator to budding leaders. My guest today is Monish Yara, founder of Leaders for India organization, also known as LEO. Welcome Monish, welcome to the show.
Hello Major Sunil, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, for the people out there, let's demystify who Monish is all about. So tell us about yourself.
Absolutely. I just turned 29 3 days ago. I did my undergraduation in the US.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I did my schooling here in Hyderabad. I'm a complete Hyderabad boy. Finished my undergraduation in the US at Purdue University. Worked on at a Fortune 500 in manufacturing for 4.5 years, based in California. Then did my MBA from Europe, Spain, and moved back here to India with a strong motivation and enthusiasm to start something of my own. And that's how Leaders for India organization started. It's a business community which connects money to opportunity. Our motto is to become the trusted partner in your wealth creation journey. And we specialize in any sort of traditional business opportunities, startup equity opportunities, project-based funding opportunities, where we're able to create a win-win not only for the investor but also for the startup/business owner.
You're also a cricket enthusiast,
yes.
Right? So tell us about that part of the sports side of
Sure.
Monish.
I started playing cricket at a very young age. I played for the school cricket team, was captain of the school cricket team, then played at the university level, then I played leagues in California. I think any sportsman or an athlete, any sort of sports like cricket, basketball, badminton, they teach you a lot about punctuality, dedication towards the sport, team building, listening to your coach/mentor, and it gives you a sense of respect to your opponents but also to your teammates. So during this journey of mine, I've realized cricket to be a great stress buster, but also at the same time we're able to unite people of different backgrounds, share the same platform and work towards a single goal. So I'm a huge admirer of the sport. I play it regularly, and I believe that it's a propellant in unlocking different business opportunities, because I think in today's generation a lot of us believe more in the execution part of it rather than sharing ideas. I believe in today's generation, between our friends and other members of Leo, it takes us 5 to 10 minutes to blow through different topics like sports, politics and movies. I think all of us are more interested in knowing what is their business doing, how can we help each other out, what is your top line, what is your bottom line, what are the best practices in the industry. So it's become a great networking platform, I would say.
As a sports person, cricketer, and as an entrepreneur, there are a lot, people say, you can learn a lot from sports and apply that to entrepreneurship, and 3 things or 4 things that you picked from sport that you applied to entrepreneurship.
I think the first and foremost would be team spirit and team building. I think when you're working towards a common goal with a group of friends or a group of allies, you have that shared interest which can take you a long way. Second is punctuality, catered towards the common interest or achieving a big task, cutting it down into smaller tasks and finishing them properly. Third is mentoring, listening to your coach. The fourth is, of course, having that innate drive and passion to succeed. I think these are a few things I would single out that sports persons have, which sets them apart from the normal crowd.
Coming to your journey as an international student, when you went to US and you pursued your industrial engineering. So how much that part of your journey is helping you in your current position as a founder of Leo? What is that you brought in from there that you are able to use today or leverage today in your entrepreneurial journey?
The first and foremost is the fact that when you're there abroad, the onus is on you to perform because you're paying such a big fees to the university. And more importantly, another factor is the exposure level there's major are so different and so unique. I think you're transported to a completely different world on its own. I think a few experiences that I can share is I've spoken to someone in my team who's actually worked on the political campaign of Barack Obama, the person who handles the finances of Colombia's 4th largest power plant producer, and the largest bank in France, their lineage. And when you're exposed to people of such diverse backgrounds and such unique forms of upbringing, I think it sort of expands your own thought horizons to new ideas and accepting new realities. So I think that is the most important thing you would take away, and you would realize that there is no glass ceiling. The whole world is your oyster, and if there is an idea, it's all about putting the right team together and executing.
So how did the whole idea about Leo and why did it come about?
Leo is not something that happened overnight. Back in 2014, it was me and a couple of friends. We were trying to think about how we can leverage our businesses to make the maximum output. So for example, my family owns education institutions here in Hyderabad, and one thing that we were having as an Achilles heel was the transport. So we have 180 buses. So one of my other good friends who owns a large transport company based out of Hyderabad, they have about 2,500 vehicles. He pitched the idea to me saying, why don't you outsource transport management to us, and we'll take care of the diesel, the route settings, making sure that the insurance on each bus is there, all the drivers have their driver's license renewed and other things. That seemed like a great idea because something that was our weakness was a strength for my friend, and we were looking for ways how we can synergize. So that's how the idea struck, and then I ideated on it a lot. I started thinking, what is that one factor that can bring the entire community together? Was it cars? Maybe not. Was it cricket? Maybe not. But we realized that business was that one joining factor where everyone was interested to come together on the same platform and explore these synergies. So that's how the idea sort of began. That's the inception of the idea. And as of today, where we are with Leaders for India organization is we have 102 members who are industry leaders, business veterans, and experts in their field, with a combined net worth of over 25,000 crores. And in the last year and a half, we facilitated 20 crores for 16 different business opportunities. So Leo works as a niche business consulting firm where we connect money to opportunity, and we're also helping people synergize their businesses.
Does the money come from within the members, or is it the members or your investors, and then that gets to businesses outside the organization?
Members directly investing into the companies or business opportunities themselves, where Leo is that vehicle or a facilitator where we are doing our due diligence on the companies. We are setting up the special purpose vehicles for people to invest in, and we are making sure that the investors' interests are protected, the shareholders' interests are protected, and we are able to add our strategic value through the members' businesses or our own strategies and investment team, where we are propelling the valuation of each company, and then we are also getting a manufactured exit. So if we are doing this as a cohort, the advantage to the startup or business owner is that he doesn't have to knock on 100 different doors to raise funding or to market his idea. He can just come to a business community like Leo. We'll groom them, make sure that their pitch deck has the business plan, the financial modeling, the projections, the GTM strategy. And after we are able to source 1 or 2 investors from our network itself, then we put them in front of the entire community. And whoever is interested at that point can get into the company immediately. So for the startup, there's instant money being sent within 30 days. We do a blitz due diligence. We also partner with venture capital funds. We have about 8 VC partners across India who confirm that they will be doing the next in line investing. So we specialize in pre-series A and bridge round funding. And on the other end of it, for the investors, they are able to make sure that their interests are protected. We're able to get a good exit for them. Their return on investment is already there, and they're getting at a competitive market price to get into the startup. So they don't have to worry about the due diligence and other aspects of it. So we take care of all that.
You know, for the investor out there who would be hearing this and say, hey, how do I become member of Leo?
Yes.
How does that
So main criterion internally that we keep discussing is the FIB criteria, the fire in the belly criteria. So there is no geography restriction, there is no net worth restriction, there is no company or business restriction. The only thing we tell them is you have to add value to the community, you have to take value from the community. And as an investor, or just to be a part of the networking events that we keep hosting. And the minimum investment that we suggest each member to do is 5 lakhs in one opportunity. That way they're at least parking their eggs in different baskets, and there is a diversification to their portfolio.
How do you spread the risk? I mean, like in mutual fund.
Yes.
You know, let me bring that up.
Yes.
So when you invest in one fund,
yes,
it gets, maybe hundreds of people are investing in that one particular fund,
right,
and the money gets then distributed across the board. Right?
Correct.
So this way what's happening is you may enter at different time,
correct,
right? There's an NAV for it,
correct,
and then you're spreading your risk. Correct. So is that something you do, or it is I give 5 lakhs and that gets parked into one?
So that's a great question, Major. Let me answer that. So there are 2 types of what people do. So there is also our wealth management wing, where people just transfer the funds to us and we manage it on their behalf. So today in this method, we are managing about 9 crores and 5 lakhs in total. That is one way where people send money to us and we adjust every month where that money should be going, and we diversify the portfolio. When a person becomes a member of Leo, the first opportunity that becomes available to them is this option where we tell them to invest at least 5 lakhs in one opportunity. So in any one startup or any one business, we ask them to invest 5 lakhs. It is up to them if they want to do 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs or 25 lakhs. We'll sit down with them and we'll understand what their risk appetite is, how much money they can generate every year, and we'll show them 5 opportunities. But for us to show them 5 opportunities, we go over about 300 opportunities. So the opportunities which are presented to the members, it's already curated based on the market scenario, based on our risk appetite, based on which level of funding that company is, how the founder is doing, how their go-to-market strategy is, and we let the investors also know that this is how we anticipate this company to grow in the next 3 to 5 years. So whether you want to do 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs or 25 lakhs, that's completely up to you. We have had members who have started off with 5 lakhs. We've had members who are doing 25 lakhs checks on average, 50 lakhs. We have members doing 1.5 crore also. So it all depends on that member's interest, that member's liquidity at that time, and also their belief in that particular industry where they're putting the money in.
As an organization, is it limited to only startups and MSMEs, or it also includes market exposure to the stock market?
So we do have a program for the stock market as well, but there we actually take it through our wealth management wing. But the speciality of Leo, or the niche of Leo, is in having startups, SMMEs, even large business organizations. Even the biggest of unicorns today might have that one C-level executive who wants to exit and sell his block of shares. So that's where we specialize in. We connect those privately held shares to our investors, where they can get the share certificate and everything transferred. And also in other project-based financing, which means in media and entertainment. Like I believe movies are a great opportunity for people. I think movies like a startup, and the director is like the founder of the company. The producer becomes an investor, and the script is sort of your business plan. He actually goes out, that's where you know whether the product is working or not. And it's also a very, very quick startup in and exit, because you know within the first, in the morning show, you know whether the movie is going to do well or not. And with other revenue channels like OTT, satellite, remake rights, multiple platforms to make sure that the money is coming back as well. In fact, we recently did a particular transaction in the movie industry as well. We're very, very happy with the result. The movie actually released on November 3rd, where me and another Leo member produced 55% of the movie cost. If anyone wants to start with 5 lakhs, if you're able to aggregate maybe 20 investors, we have our 1 crore, and we can actually do a quick short film and release it on one of the OTT platforms with minimal risk.
Now coming to the investment environment itself,
yes.
What is your take at this point in time for specifically startups? How does it look?
I think that's a great question, Major. I think from where I'm operating from, there are 2 ways to look at it. It's a double-edged sword. Of course, the first one is, we used to hear a term called a revenue multiple, where many startups were, if they have X revenue, they were doing 30X and 40X on the revenue and getting funding. This was during the COVID era, a little before COVID era. But right now, we are experiencing a funding winter. The VCs or angel investors, it's not as free-flowing. The checks are not as free-flowing as they were in the past. But at the same time, this being one end of it, the other end of it, in my opinion, is a glass half full mentality, where we see there are some amazing startups with some amazing founders, great experience, great team, which are available at a discounted valuation today.
So that's where the opportunity is.
That's where the opportunity is, right? So we have to become greedy when people are fearful, as Warren Buffett has mentioned, and we have to capitalize on these opportunities, which Leo is doing full-fledged.
For a founder, startup founders, if they have to reach out to you, to Leo, and ask for funding, what's the way to go forward?
So the best way would be to apply on our website. So on our website, we have 2 specific links. The first is become a member. So once they fill out the form and send it to us, one of our personnel will reach out to them within 48 hours and understand their investment needs and share details on the membership. The second is a startup looking for an investment or an opportunity looking for an investment, and there's an exhaustive list of questions that we ask. We have certain criteria that we want the business opportunity to meet. They need to be doing revenues of over 1 crore every year. They have to show us their path to profitability. We have to have innate confidence on the founder. When they meet these 3 things, they can answer all the questions, and our team will reach out to them within a week whether we want to invest or not. So we are sort of like a very expedited and clean process, where we're very transparent with both investors and startup whether we want to proceed, move ahead or not. And they can always reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm quite active on LinkedIn, and me or someone from our team will immediately get back to them.
Well, that's good to hear, because one of the complaints from founders is it's very difficult to reach out to investors, right? So somebody like you is managing wealth and also has a component of where you work with the VCs, and if you're approachable, that's music to the the years of founders.
Thank you so
much. Which is really good. So, what's the vision for Leo going forward? What are you looking at from, let's say, 5 years from now?
In the next 3 years, Major, we want to open 5 chapters in India. So right now we're operating, we've established a very strong presence in Hyderabad. So as of August 12th at the Indian Startup Festival, we've started our Bangalore chapter, and we have been taking membership requests and startup requests from Bangalore also. So our path is to move to London. Like they have a lot of interest from them, so we're catering to all of those needs, because poor end of the spectrum with about 5 lakh investors, and you're representing 100 people, right? So that way we command that sort of presence on the cap table of the company as well.
You said indoor and tier 2 cities also. When as we're going out on the ground, we see there's
the innate aspirational value of people living in tier 2 cities. But people in tier 2 in fact are earning a lot of money, like the doctors, like the automotive dealership owners, or the real estate personnel in these tier 2 cities. They're earning a lot of money, the construction folk, the people who are software employees. And for them, there is an innate need to become someone. So they have that level of aspirational value. So I definitely think that there'll be a great target market for, they'll be the perfect audience for you.
Somebody said this, they said there's a demand, they have the money.
Yes.
As compared to, the urban Monish comes from a business different. What is that driving you?
I think that the biggest purpose in my life is to leave behind a legacy. I think in 100 years from now, I want people to look back and think that, Monish has done something cool, or he's actually come out of his comfort zone and tried. A great honor if I'm able to complete, who've been supporting me on this journey, and support from our family. I think our businesses have been professionally run for the last 25 years or so. So even if I am there, I might not add as much value, be in the same business 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So now that I'm a startup investor, we've started our family office. It's called MyCap Investments, Monishera Capital Investments. And over the last 3 years, we've invested in 18 different business opportunities. So every day I'm working on a different company, every day I'm adding value to a different company, every day I'm solving a problem that someone else is not able to solve, which gives me a great sense of accomplishment and makes my day very, very exciting.
You said you are 29, just
turned 29.
Just turned 29.
Yes.
And the journey that you've done in the last 29 years, especially the last 5-6 years, is amazing.
Thank you.
And I wish and I hope to see you on 30.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
Helping people synergize their businesses. We specialize in any sort of traditional business opportunities, startup equity opportunities, project-based opportunities, project-based funding opportunities. Where we are doing our due diligence on the companies, we are setting up the special purpose vehicles for people to invest in, and we are making sure in 30 days we have about 8 VC partners to get a good exit for them. The FIB criteria, the fire in the belly criteria. So there is no geography restriction, there is no net worth restriction, there is no company or business restriction. The only thing we tell them is, you have to add value to the community, you have to take value from the community. The minimum investment that we suggest each member to do is 5 lakhs in one opportunity. So there is also our wealth management wing, where people just transfer the funds to us and we manage it on their behalf. So today, in this method, we're managing about 9 crores and 5 lakhs in total. But for us to show them 5 opportunities, we go over about 300 opportunities. As of today, where we are with Leaders for India organization is, we have 102 members who are industry leaders, business veterans, and experts in their field, with a combined net worth of over 25,000 crores. In the last year and a half, we facilitated 20 crores for 16 different business opportunities. In the next 3 years, Major, we want to open 5 chapters in India. So we're getting a lot of interest from NRIs from UK and US specifically. So our path is to move to Indore, Mumbai and Delhi. So that then we'll have 5 locations in India, and the first international location we're planning to do it in London. Our motto is to become the trusted partner in your wealth creation journey.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
welcome to this morning. We are at Maker Fair in the T-Works Hyderabad. This is day 2 of Maker Fair, one of the only events across India in which making with your hands, making with your mind, and the combination of your mind and hands is at work. This is an event which definitely calls for a celebration for people to come, to witness and experience for themselves. And since yesterday we have seen how families have come, how children have come, the huge amount of curiosity about Maker Fair. And hopefully this experiment, which is organized for the 3rd time in India, in Hyderabad, will be replicated across the country. With us?
Yes, thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here. So Maker Fair is a global event. It happens across the world in Tokyo, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Paris, Rome, and all over the United States. The idea of such an event is to celebrate making, is to celebrate innovation and creativity, and like you rightly put it, is to celebrate the things that are made, or the process of making things with a combination of your mind and your hands. So my feeling is, we started in 2018. We wanted to bring this to India, to Hyderabad. And one of the major features of Maker Fair, it's a very collaborative event. Most of the events you go to, it is, either engineering heavy, or particularly mechanical engineering heavy, or electronics engineering heavy, or there's a focus on defense, or it is purely art. Maker Fair, especially at T-Works, is probably the only place where you see a combination of art, science and engineering all in one place. And that is when people appreciate that any product you build is a combination of all these three. And that is, the larger goal for T-Works is to create a culture around making, so that one of the outcomes of that culture will be startups coming out with world-class products, companies doing R&D being able to compete globally with the Apples and the Teslas of the world. So it's very important to showcase people who are already in the culture, so that we can inspire thousands of more people to take that direction.
This integration of art, integration of design into technology is something we have heard often. And I'm so glad that Maker Fair is attending that. How is this process being effective, and what kind of measures are you taking to ensure that this long-term goal of marrying craft and artisanships with technology is more effective and is passed on to a wider section of population?
I think there are two things that we have to do, two approaches that we have to take parallelly. The first approach is bring awareness that product development is never done in isolation. So that's when events like Maker Fair really help. The second thing we do is put that theory into practice, and we do that by ourselves building products, and by building and by co-innovating with our users and our customers. So when our users come here to build products with us, we work with them to some extent, we educate them, we show them products we built in the past, and tell them, while engineering is essential, that is what brings the functionality, design, the user experience actually takes it a level up. So for example, if you see the evolution of our own products, we built the mechanical ventilator during the first wave of COVID. It was designed by our mechanical engineers, so it looks a little boxy, but it worked very well in the hospital. It was tested on a patient. Then during the second wave, we built an oxygen concentrator. This is when we had our design team, in-house design team. And then GE Appliances came forward to procure some of them, and we worked with them to co-innovate this product. Recently, we are working with some international agencies. One of them is in the non-profit area. They work in the disaster relief area. So they came to us and said, hey, can you design a disaster relief kit that can be quickly deployed to areas affected by natural disasters? So while we were working on this project, of course, unfortunately, an earthquake struck in Nepal, and we were able to ship it. Now, this product has almost zero technology. It is all design, but it is designed so that the user is comfortable in those areas. So I think it's a combination of awareness and putting theory into practice. And the more we put the theory into practice, the better we get at it. And it is not only our team that's building the products, we are building it in collaboration with 200 other partners, suppliers, freelancers, and our own customers. So I think it's a two-pronged approach we use.
Now, where does the origin of the idea, the necessity come in? Necessity is the mother of invention. So how does the origin of necessity, where this idea coming from, and how do you manage to be a part of it? How do you manage to utilize the facility here of various machines, various design elements, and how does this kind of an integration happen between the necessity on one hand and your ability to deliver them on the other hand?
Okay, that's an interesting question, and I think many people have that question. So some students came in yesterday and they said, we want to design an e-bike. Can we start making it? So I just said two things. I said, one, what is your end goal? If your end goal is to start a business, then there is a lot of research that has to go in before you even put pen to paper. You have to study the market, you have to study the viability of it as a business, you have to know whether you have a product market fit. Now, if you do something like that, then places like T-Hub exist, incubators exist, for you to help you understand the business viability part of it. Like you said, whether there is a necessity for that invention. But the second point is, as kids, as youngsters, as passionate individuals, we want to do things that excite us. Creating is innately human. So we have a lot of art pieces kept across the venue, right? Built by artists. They don't really do it because they found a gap in the market or they have a product market fit. They do it because it's their passion. And the advantage of that is you start, you get going, and it is a learning process. It's a stepping stone. In the process of pursuing your passion, you fail a few times and you build multiple products, you build multiple prototypes, not with the intent of having a business, but because you love it. And there are many famous sayings, even in the famous Amir Khan movie, where he said, you pursue excellence, success will follow you. And that's the whole intent. See, we've kept all our walls are made of glass, they're transparent, because we want people not to be intimidated by machinery. We want to tell them it's not that difficult to build hardware. Once they have that passion, our job is to spark that passion. Once they have that passion, learning resources are abundantly available. You start building for the sake of learning, then suddenly you realize that you've become a good engineer, a good designer, a good maker, and you see possibilities all around you. So you believe in yourself, you believe in your own skill, and then I can solve this problem, I can solve that problem. Problems are abundant. I think what we are trying to say is everyone has the ability to solve that problem, and we want to lower barriers for you to build products that solve that problem.
At what stage of the design expertise or the skilling of design is available at TUWorks? Because we have a large group of youngsters coming here, and their innovation, their ideas may be excellent, but they also need a kind of an molding into really high quality design. How is that process being carried out here?
So one is we run a lot of workshops. That is for entry level makers, people who are passionate about it but don't know much about it. So we called it a 101 series, a beginner series. So every weekend we have a series of workshops across shops. You can do it in woodworking, in pottery, in metalworking, and come and just understand what it is. Over and above that, we are designing curriculum to take people to the next level. So say someone wants to learn either a piece of equipment, they want to learn how to operate something, how to get a design made on a particular machine. That is one track of curriculum. And the other track is people want to know in general, what is the process of product prototyping? How do I go from having an idea to building a proof of concept, to building a prototype, the sourcing, assembly, fabrication, right up till how do I just get before design for manufacturing and assembly. So TWorks, we cater from once you have an idea to just before you go to manufacturing. So we are designing curriculum to handhold people through that process. Now, not everyone can be generalized into one curriculum. Some people say, hey, I already know bits and pieces of this. I need help to finish my product, to improve my product. So in this case, we have 3 engagement models. The first is they come and say, I'm building a robotic arm. I need 4 hours a day on your CNC machine. We allow for that. It's called equipment rental. The second, they say, I don't want to operate your machine, but I have a design. Can you get it fabricated for us? We say, yes, we can. They upload the design, they make the payment, we make the part and we ship it to them. That's called prototyping as a service. Essentially, we've put our machines on the cloud. 15% of all our users are from outside Hyderabad, and over half of all our users have never stepped into the facility. The third, partners come to us and say, we only have an idea. Can we work with you? Can we co-innovate with you and go from idea to a design for manufacturing and assembly product? We say, yes, we can. So that is called a contract product prototyping service that we provide. So either people just want to learn, for which we are curating curriculum and even creating curriculum, and the other is people actually want to get to building, for which, depending on which stage they are in, how much expertise we have these 3 tracks available for them.
Now, these are the 3 areas in which the touch points. So it's a few words. How is Maker Faire a part of this entire process? Of course, Maker Faire does exist across countries, but how is Maker Faire integrated into this entire process?
Very good question, and that's our plug, so to speak. The number one aim of Maker Faire is awareness. It's to tell. So we'll have about maybe 1,000 makers over here, but we have, I think, already over 20,000 people who've come and visited the facility. So for them to even understand what are the possibilities, that's the first aim. So when they come here, we have various displays across the facility, and we have various volunteers who have brochures and who can tell them how can they come tomorrow and use the facility. So the number one aim of Maker Faire is to spread awareness. The second aim is to create a dense and diverse ecosystem, so that an artist can meet a mechanical engineer, can meet a product designer, can meet a sourcing specialist. And when those creative collisions happen, great products are built. And the third aim is to showcase T-Works capabilities itself as a product design and development facility. So they come here and they see, oh, if I want to build a medical device, an unmanned aerial vehicle, a complex robotic machine, I can come here and build it or get it built. So I think, Maker Faire, we are also using Maker Faire to sort of talk about T-Works, to sort of talk about the Hyderabad ecosystem, which is, when you look at the space, it's really, really strong and not a lot of people knew about that. And yesterday we had people from all over India, from makerspaces across India, come here to T-Works. And we also, want to tell them that makerspaces are important in the general context of Indian creativity and innovation, and we are also here to support them across the country. So T-Works is, not only for Telangana, the government of Telangana has built it, but it is for India as a whole. So these are the 4 messages that we convey.
On today's Maker Faire and yesterday's also, you see a lot of families come in with children, etc. Is that also something by design? Because the workshops, you have a range of workshops. Could you start by telling us about the ideas behind the different range of workshops and the style and types of workshops which are being organized here?
Thank you for asking. I really wanted to talk about it. T-Works is not just an incubator or an innovation center. Our vision is to create and celebrate a culture of making in India for people who explore and experiment without the fear of failure. So,
very, very, very relevant in Indian context.
Very relevant. I mean, when I was growing up, I'm sure when all of us were growing up, if we get an F in our examination paper, it's considered a taboo. It's considered a taboo to talk about failure at home. But the irony is, when you're building something, when you're creating something, you are bound to fail before you succeed. Like Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail 99 times. I know 99 ways how not to build a bulb. So the reason a lot of the big focus of Maker Faire is children is because that culture will start from childhood. And not only the children, we also want to impress upon the parents that if sparking creativity in your child has now become sort of a necessity, whether you're looking at a career option, whether you're looking at any profession, even if it's entrepreneurship. So that has to be nurtured. a lot of the workshops here are designed for children, and sometimes some workshops are a combination of children and parents. So they can work with each other, they can build things with each other. There is this innate fun in building things, and you bring people together. So someone asked us, what is your target audience? We say it ranges from 5 years right up to students, makers, working professionals, entrepreneurs, even corporate use our facility. And if you want to create a culture, I think we are curating programs, curating workshops, having various touch points to touch each of these, so to speak, demographies or each of these sections of society. And that's why while you have contract product prototyping, which is very serious, you also have a maker fair, which is a lot of fun, and they get to meet each other. And people realize, if I start with passion, if I start with fun, this is the path I can take to actually becoming a serious product developer.
Now, MyStartuptv has been in the domain of encouraging startups and innovation, etc. How much of what is happening at TWorks is also part of encouraging the startup and innovation ecosystem?
I think about 45 to 50% of all our users are registered startups. So I think, by virtue of being a startup, you will know that startups always hustle, founders always hustle. And they are the first ones to keep their eyes and ears open for opportunities that will accelerate their development. So even before we inaugurated the space this year in March, startups started coming and using it. So I think it has been the easiest to work with startups. And the beauty is, we tell the startup, because they are already creative, we tell them, what do you want us to do so that you succeed? So the equipment rental, the suggestion came from the startup. And the first pieces of equipment that were rented out were the advanced CNC machines. And instead of investing 1 crore on one CNC, they invested a few lakhs to hire an operator and a programmer. And they told us, hey, if you create this program, it'll be very beneficial for us. So we created that program. One startup came and said, along with the fabrication and design facilities, please give us a pre-compliance facility. So pre-compliance means once you build a product, you have to test it. It has to undergo some certifications so that you can export it. You have CE certifications and things like that. So they said certification is very expensive. We don't want certification. Before we do the certification, we want to make sure we pass those tests. Can you buy that equipment? The entire pre-compliance lab that we set up here is from feedback from a startup. So I would say startups are not only users of TWorks, they are our partners, and we are growing with the startup, and thanks to suggestions from the startup.
Also, we have seen a lot of installations, art installations across this, and I just want you to have our audience also to have a look at this art installation here. How did the idea of this particular art installation happen? And wonderful architecture. This is, I think, it's Harsha Guruguda. What is the objective behind having art installations here?
So I think if you see Harsha's work, he's built these art installations and he has displayed it across the world, in the UK, in the United States, in various parts of Europe, in Germany. And the beauty is, he's a Hyderabad-based startup. He's a Hyderabad-based artist. And what better place to showcase it than TWorks? So when people see it, they say, wow. They assume that it is a European artist or it is a foreign artist. Or they say, okay, maybe the artist is based out of Bombay or Delhi. But then they realize that this artist is based out of Hyderabad. And then they start looking up and then they say, hey, there are opportunities for art in Hyderabad itself. Even if you see the installations outside by Ramdev Garu, he has a 150-acre plot of land where he makes all these installations as a passion. And we came in touch with him through the HMDA, through the state government. And when our designers visited, they said, I mean, it's an amazing space. Even they didn't know such a space existed. So it's again the awareness, right? It's about saying internationally renowned artists and artwork is right here next door. जैसे कहते हैं घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. You don't know that you have this creativity, this innovation already there. And I think our aim is to bring them, at least tell our guys that, hey, there's a Hyderabadi international artist. And if you're interested, you should definitely get in touch with them. And these artists are so open. They say that we would love to get in touch with young, passionate designers, and enthusiastic artists who may want to pursue it as a profession, and we'd love to help them out. So I think it's also bringing that awareness and creating that ecosystem.
Absolutely. And design is a part of everyday life. Cityscapes, landscapes, public spaces. Every space needs to have that element of design which adds beauty, which adds innovative thought also behind it. And thank you so much for having these installations here for all the public to see. And one last question. What's going to happen to TWorks in terms of plans over the next 1 year, 2 years? We did hear some news about new collaborations happening.
Yes. So I think so far we've received great support from both state and central government, from corporates, and it's a validation of the direction we are taking. So TWorks as an entity, we've decided to double down on what we are doing. So the first thing is we are increasing the value of the equipment, of the prototyping capabilities by at least 10 times. So we started off with 10 crores of equipment. We are expanding that to 110 crores worth of equipment. Hopefully by next year, this time, you will see a large portion of that already installed and commissioned. So we are increasing the value of the equipment. Second, we are adding a little more space. We are currently a 78,000 square foot facility.
There's a new facility coming.
Yes. So just beside this building, we are proposing to add another 30,000 square feet. It's called a dirty process outpost for your woodworking, welding, chemical etching. We are going to have forging and glass blowing as well. So that is also in the works. The proposal is in the works. And the third is to continue to build the product team for two reasons. One is while we do prototyping, I think people also need support in when to use the equipment, how to use it, with what materials to use it. So building the product team is important to support the community and also for us to push the envelope. If there are startups who are reluctant to pursue a particular technology, I think we should first experiment that internally in-house, and that's what our product team can do. We can afford to take risks. So we take the most risks and then we disseminate that knowledge. So I think it's equipment, it's the facility, and it's the team. And to summarize, I think we are going to grow fairly rapidly in the next 1 year. And by next year, this time, we'll become the world's largest prototyping center.
It's absolutely wonderful ambition. And from MyStartup TV and all the audiences in Hyderabad and Telangana and across India, we wish you all the best in that. And thank you so much for taking time and giving us, the audiences on the Maker Faire Day 2, the lowdown on what is happening at Maker Faire, at TWorks, and the entire design ecosystem across the India. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartup TV.
Hello and welcome back to Maker Faire Day 2 in Hyderabad at the TWorks in Hyderabad. With us is a group of, is a family from South Korea who have lived here in Hyderabad for 2 years. And let's speak to Sujin's family. Sujin has been with her son and daughter. They arrived this morning. They participated in a competition in an experience zone, and they are learning new things. Let's find out what's happening. Hi, Sujin.
Hi. Hello.
So, what brings you here? How did you learn about Maker Faire?
As in Hyderabad, when I come here during the 2 years, I didn't come this exhibition. It's not here, but I enjoyed this. Yes, this time.
Thank you so much. And what did Soo-hyung and your daughter participate in?
3D printed, they like it. Yes, they make their surface not 2D, it's 3D. Yeah, enjoy.
Soo-hyung, what did you like about 3D printing and how did it go?
It went very well. I liked it. I liked it pretty much. I made things that I liked, such as animals, like some characters.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you create in the 3D print? Did you actually work on the machine?
We worked on a thing called a 3D pen. It's a pen. It's a pen that like injects like a material that has been melted through the pen, and we can draw with it on a special kind of paper called sandpaper. We draw on it. Yeah. So I made a snake.
How did the idea of drawing a snake come to you?
Well, because I've liked snakes for a long time. It's one of my favorite animals.
Now, since you have created, did you carry the copy of the snake with you?
Yes.
Where is the snake?
It's in my mom's bag.
Can you show it to us?
Okay.
Right. Besides, till she retrieves the snake, besides the snake, what else did you do? Yeah, could you show us the snake? So could you tell us how you designed this snake?
So first we have to start at the bottom. We make the outline of it, then do the inside, and then you slowly start building up. You have to think about each layer and how it will go. So it can be bent for it can be looking like a pyramid like this, pointed at the top. Probably it took about 20 minutes.
And when you decide the snake, what other animal do you think you will design next? What is that you want to do next in case you are given a chance? What will you design and draw?
I would probably draw the Korean flag. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, your sister is showing. What's that in your hand?
Huh?
What's that in your hand?
Gun.
And what's that?
A
Sion,
gun.
what's that?
A gun.
Oh, lovely. Can I have it? Oh.
My brother made.
Your brother made it? Did you make anything?
I made.
How did you like the place here?
I liked it very much. It was one of the funnest places I've been to. So I liked it really much.
And is this the first time you're here?
Oh yes, first time. Yesterday my friend let me know that, so yeah, I come here.
Okay, Suyong, also Sujin and Suyong, thank you for coming here. We are so glad you came here, you enjoyed the entire event, and I'm sure you will have a nice, comfortable stay in Hyderabad. Lots of events to participate. Thank you so much for taking your time.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, bye.
So that was Sujin, Suyong, and the daughter from South Korea who have come here and participated in Maker Faire Day 2. They got to know of them from a common friend. There's a small South Korean community in Hyderabad, and they are part of it. We welcome them, and Maker Faire, I think the entire Hyderabad ecosystem is welcoming, and we're so glad to have a diversity of people here coming here, enjoying the kind of technology displays, the illustrations, and the experience zones in Hyderabad. And once again, thank you. Nice meeting and talking.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So that's what so far from MyStartuptv at Maker Faire 2.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to MyStartuptv.
Check. Okay.
Don't you think this is the fastest robot till now?
Check 1, check.
Straight గా ఎవరైనా వెళ్తారు ఇలాంటి ట్రాక్ లోనే కష్టం బెస్ట్ వే ఆఫ్ ఫైండింగ్ అవుట్ విచ్ ఇస్ ద ఫాస్టెస్ట్
When you're speaking, you just hold this also closer along with the mouth. What audio?
School has recorded 1 minute 28 seconds.
Okay.
DPS. Yes. The next school is the school whose name is pretty much known to so many people. DPS Nadargal is here. A round of applause for them. Hey, I'm not able to hear anything. Hello, good morning, Are you able to hear me? If you are ready, let me know. Guys, are you ready? So, give it up for DPS Nadargal here. We'll all count down. 3, 2, 1, go! It seems there is a starting problem. Once checked out, judges, please come check it out. Meanwhile, while it is happening, do any one of you have any comments for what's happening here? Battery, there was a battery problem. Any other maker here who wants to say something? Wire problem, okay. Remember, you are in a place called T-Works where all the makers are there. And this is maker, you have to think. Any other thoughts why it is not moving ahead? Oh, it's working. You okay to restart? Okay, there is another prediction that the front wheel is not working. So what's your name? No, it's prediction. It started, guys. Let us all give one clap to start. Tack. Here, judges, please help us to understand what's going on. We'll go next.
Please, nobody go inside.
Come.
Building.
We'll start. He gontuki voice avasam legunta. Mike will start with the next team. This team is from Rajasthan. Everybody, this is from Rajasthan. Okay, what is this? Royal Rajasthan? What do we call it? Okay, everybody, let's give a round of applause for them. Koncham kottaga iddam. I don't know how they say hi in Rajasthani or whatever language you speak. Let us all help them with a big round of double claps. Tuck. So we count all of us together. 3, 2, 1, go! Tap. Everybody here, tap. How many of you are here to support this team from Rajasthan? Put your hands up and say yay! Oh, that is very nice. The school name is Birla Shumbandit. Just put a left hand up. Ah, yes.
You can hear this announcement. Your husband's looking for you, ma'am.
They can just it's not a company.
Ready? This is the last. We have the highest number of timing. Are you ready? This time is to announce, as I told, there is so many other bots. These guys are actual assassins of other bots. Let's see if they can actually race as fast as they have killed someone else. Introducing centimeter school team. I don't know the applause first. I'm not even here. I'm not even here. You have seen yesterday how they were. Centimeter. Believes in second and go. They'll start. Last round kada. Good to see you. Maybe they need a round of applause to run faster. It seems to be the fastest now. Let us all do 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. This robots, you can witness now there is someone super special amongst us. Geeta Bhaskar ma'am here. You should have all known Tarun Bhaskar sir, mother of Tarun Bhaskar sir, Geeta Bhaskar ma'am, and herself is an entrepreneur. She has done so many things. She is here to witness the bot. Thank you very much ma'am for coming here. Ma'am, if you want to speak one word to the students who are doing the bot.
I am a self-man, not Tarun. It's wonderful. I'm so happy to be here. And let me see who's winning now. I can see the robots moving here. All of you. How many schools are participating? 8 schools. Wonderful, wonderful, great. Wonderful initiative. And thank you, T-Works, for this Maker Fair.
What is my goal is there? Organization.
Okay, what is your goal? Achha, where is the other one?
There.
Oh, she's one. The other one.
Give a round of applause to the robot who is running across. They are trying their best. It is pretty much like what we do. Best to win, their best. Why don't we all of us give a round of applause for them? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3. We're at the end. We love.
Okay.
What's the team name? Delhi Public School. The Delhi Public School has recorded a time of 3 minutes 10 seconds. Guys, please take your phone. St. Peter's. And everybody, why don't we give a round of applause to DPS Nagargul? Naku Vinipichala. Good morning everybody, good morning. Before we go on, I'll also introduce someone else. Have you heard about this show called My Village Show? Anybody? Wonderful. I see a lot of people. The team show is here. Mr. Anil and the rest of the team is here. They are also here to see the robot race. Let's listen to them if they have something to say.
చలో అందరికీ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్. దీని నుంచి మీరు నేర్చుకొని తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మీరు అందరూ కూడా ప్రదర్శించాలి. ఇక్కడ చిన్నపిల్లలు చూస్తారు అందరూ స్క్రీన్ మీద మీరే వీళ్ళు ఎట్లా ఉన్నారో చేస్తారని కొత్తగా ఇన్వెన్షన్ చేయాలి.
Thank you everyone. This is the last lap and whichever team has the least amount of time would be winning this. So let us all brace ourselves and remember the timings of each one. All of us, let's give our 2 hands a bit of sound for St. Peter's School here. And for one more, you ready? No, I didn't hear it. I want to hear it clearly, guys. You. Okay, we're going to start with a count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! St. Peter's may be killing is easier. Oh, but they are fast enough. Guys, there's one way to actually help them go faster. You remember, India cricket match ఆడుతున్నప్పుడు వాడు 6 కొట్టాలనుకుంటే విరాట్ అయినా మన ధోని గారైనా క్లాప్స్ కొడితే చాలు. Why don't we do that for them? 3, 2, 1, let's do a big round of applause for them, come on! Winnipeg 1.18 minutes. If it touches the track, -2 points. knowing who is there. All of us, let's do this trick again. Tuck, 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 tuck. Let's all clap again. It's on the last end. Wonderful. The round is over. Now the time has come for us to know the results. Once we'll give a round of applause for our teacher Geeta Bhaskar ma'am. All of us together. 3, 2, 1. A round of applause for ma'am, please. Thank you very much, ma'am, for coming. And to the team of My Village Show. ఎంతమంది చూసుంటాం. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you. The time has come for the results here. Oh, you have one more board. తప్పులు చేస్తుంటాం. We have to tell the timing for this. We'll tell the timing once. St. Peter's 123.
St. Peter's just fell short of the fastest lap. They have recorded 1 minute 23 seconds.
The last team, again announcement, the last team is Time School here. You see this on the main screen there. We'll start this by the same drill. ఈసారి తెలుగులో చెప్దాం అందరం కలిసి. 3, 2, 1 మొదలెడదాం. స్టార్ట్. అంటే ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ ఫైనల్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎంత అరుస్తామో అంత అరవాలి. ఇంత సైలెంట్ గా ఉన్నామంటే ఎనర్జీ లేనట్టుంది. ఐల్ సీ ఎవ్రీబడి హియర్. గైస్ హూ ఆర్ స్టాండింగ్ హియర్, యాయ్. ద గైస్ హియర్, యాయ్. ఓ వండర్ఫుల్. ద హియర్, యాయ్. హియర్, ఊ. Okay, this is actually an India final. When people are stuck in their life, they try to go forward, and people like us should support them. How do we support these people? How do we support these people? We cannot give them money or come and drive it. We can only give them a clap. Shall we do it for them? Come on, everybody here. I'm not hearing from this side, from this side. Thank you very much for cheering for your team. Come on, thank you very much. Let's see what the other competitors would say. What do you want to say to the team? Play well. What do you want to say to your team? And while it is happening, we'll ask Mr. Nikhil, who is an event manager, has been great. What do you think? What's happening?
Really electrifying. It's intense. I hope it will win. We just want to know more about what are the rules of this game.
Cool, we'll be knowing that. We'll be asking one more commentator. If there are commentators, one Ravi Sastry and Harsha Broker, there's another commentator. We'll ask him what's happening and what do you think about it?
It's really going well, but I think everyone is bored. Just getting bored.
Hello. Yes, we are at the last stage of this race. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's the timing are.
Is there any judge?
There are judges.
There are judges, right? What's up? Yeah.
And everybody also see the main screen. It is many people's dream to be on the main screen. Free of cost, you are seeing yourself there. No cameras, no teams, you can just see there. You can see on the main screen as well. We are at the last stage, maybe last 2 seconds. Why don't we all of us together say, ooh! Once again, ooh! It's done. A round of applause for everybody who's here. Remember, no game is interesting without audience, even this. Right? A round of applause for each of you who are here. For yourself. Why don't you clap for yourself? Clap for yourself. We'll know the timings now.
The Time School has recorded a lap time of 2 minutes.
29 seconds. Ask the judges to bring in 2 people here and we follow the big boss question. We will request Geeta Bhaskar ma'am to announce the winner. You have 2 people here. Ma'am in me because ma'am is a teacher. She will be acting Nagarjuna side, holding 2 people like this and announcing the winner. Are you ready for that? Request Geeta Bhaskar ma'am to come and we request the judges to help ma'am. The best teams are in the best
Second goes to St. Peter's. And third, the Premier Academy.
Everybody, let's give a round of applause for them.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.
also gives you 2 points, and hitting with a whip gives you 5 points. You can't cut another team's wiring, which will lead to disqualification directly. And if you immobilize the team, other team, you will be winning for 20 seconds. You will be winning the. Yeah, and.
Everybody, are you able to hear us? If anybody don't, raise your hand please. Everyone able to hear us?
Someone in second floor, please say hi. You able to hear? Able to hear?
We request everybody around the arena to go back. Everybody around the arena, please go back. Around the, except for the organizers, we want everybody to leave, please. Everybody here who are not in teams, please leave. Please leave. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please don't mind, sir. Everybody.
Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yeah, move the speaker.
Except for the players, we want everybody to leave here, please. Everybody except for the players, please leave. We request everybody to leave here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Even that side, please leave.
Okay, quick announcement. People who are not able to view, you can go to the second floor through the fire exit. There's quite a lot of space there. Those who are not able to view to the sides, you can go upstairs, second floor.
Next to Harsha's theater, there's enough view.
Safety. Thank you very much. And for everybody there also, we request you to kindly move back.
Check, 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 check.
Whenever we announce, come in the center, say hi. Tell your names. Guys, let us all start this robo war with a countdown. We'll first do the introductions of each of their teams. And all of you know the rules, but we'll repeat the rules. You'll know the names of the person, you can root for them. Root for one team. Root for one team. Right? Team number 1, give a round of applause.
Even more?
Myself Rishikesh and I belong to St. Peter's High School.
Let's bring in the team number 2 from Rajasthan.
I am Naresh from Bihar.
I am Arish Datta from Bihar. I am Rana Gupta from Bihar. And I am Tanya from Bihar.
Introducing team number 3.
I am Adi from St. Peter's High School. I am Bishop.
Applause everybody. So the rules will be told again by Mr. Harsha, and then we'll start the board now. There will be one-on-one competitions and there will be a 5 minutes. There is another team which we'll introduce at the end. Thank you very much.
So regarding the rules, so you'll have one-on-one. So we'll be leading the team as St. Peter's, team number 1. Time School, team number 2. St. Peter's second team is team number 3. Birla Shishu Vihar will be team number 4. And Birla Open Minds, team number 5. So the first match will be Time School versus St. Peter's. Rest of the box, please take, rest of the people, take away your box. Guys. Yeah, please go to other side. Rest of the people, please move on. Take away your box. Guys, I'm repeating the rules again. Guys, team, Time School and St. Peter's, listen to the team. So, if you hit the board directly, board by board, you will get 2 points. If you are hitting it by weapon, you get 5 points. If you immobilize the team for 20 seconds, irrespective of your points, you win the game. If you are cutting the other team's wire, you are disqualified right away. So, guys, it will be a 3-minute match. Familiar with the rules, right? Guys, please take away your box. Go back. Take away your box, please. Guys, are you ready? Yes? Are you ready? Let's start. Let's all start with a common countdown. We'll go from 3, 2, 1 and go, and we'll start the race. Ready? All of us together. 3, 2, 1. Go! 10 points to St. Peter's, 15 points to St. Peter's, 20, 25, 5 points to Time School, 5 points to St. Peter's, 5 points to St. Peter's on here. There's a real wrestling match going on here. We need all of your applause, a lot of sound. Come on, the timer. 20, 19. You want? Another 5. Come on. Count down it. Just 20 seconds to go. Time School. 20 seconds to come out. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, how did you enjoy this? There's one more, there's 2 more rounds. Guys, how did you enjoy this? If you are enjoying, tell me how to pose. If the pose is less, then stop the race. How to pose? Round number 2 now. It will start after you give a big round of applause again. Guys, go back to your positions. Everybody across your feet, please go back a bit. All under 18 students, you can feel free to sit down. No problem. Very long. India versus Pakistan. Now India versus India. So let's look for both. We'll start again from 3, 2, 1. All we'll count again. 3, 1. Stop. 5 points to St. Peter's. First floor, there is something happening here. 15, 20, 25. Stop it. Come back, come back. No, go back. First floor if you are awake. Second floor if you are awake. Help your team with your thing. So how many of you are reading the time school here? Time school. How many of you are reading the time school? How many of you are reading the St. Peter's? Anyone wants to give any suggestions to any of the teams, feel free. 30 seconds for you. 30 seconds for you. Yes, sir. Okay. We need how we are here for time also. For time school, all of you clap. Time school. Let's do it for here, St. Peter's School, and round of applause for St. Peter's School. Now we will the common count again. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Five points there. Heavy blow by St. Peter's School. Normal thing also. Come on. Go. It's up to time school now to decide what to do. St. Peter's is they're slaying everything. And as per the jury here, the judges, the St. Peter's School has emerged victorious because they have both the winners of St. Peter's. A round of applause for everybody. And here we'll also give a round of applause to time school in every. Well played, time school. Can you once raise your hands? Everybody here. Let me round of applause for time school. Round. Is everybody able to hear me? Hello everyone. You can also watch outside on the big screen. So anybody who can watch here, you can also watch outside. So just to let you know. Thank you. The ceremony where both the teams will be shaking their hands with their boards in here. And a photographer here, please. Both of you there, please. Both of you. Manoj. And for everybody, round of applause for both the teams. We'll have a photograph between the teams. Thank you very much. We'll start the next round in the next 5 minutes between the next two schools. They are ready here, but there's an announcement. Tomorrow there is Robo race, just like Robo War. Whichever school any parliamentary language is definitely encouraged here. You can support your teams here. Parliamentary, please. Guys, stop. Is a pit stop again. The judge, Mr. Harsha, is setting things up. Meanwhile, you can root for your particular teams. Any parliamentary support is completely okay. Go back. Guys,
1 minute and 50 points to St. Peter's. 29 points to Birla Sishuhar. Come on guys, serious playing. Stop. Everybody on the first floor, everybody on the steps. Are you having fun? Point 5. Listen. Stop. We are waiting for the points.